Finding out that my leg was fractured obviously changed the course of what my November looked like. Today I'm here with Joyce Corridor. She is my personal trainer. We work together about 5 to 6 days a week because I have a fractured fibula. We're doing a lot of mobilization, under the hood work, so that I can come back stronger than before my injury.
I'm going to run you guys through a few exercises that I've given her, and Sasha's going to actually warm up on the bike first. So we'll go mobility, upper, lower, and then some core. So the first exercise we're gonna do is wall slides, but I'm gonna modify it a little bit for you till we open up your chest a little bit more. Go ahead and actually lie on the ground. Keep your feet up. Slide your arms up, keeping in contact by squeezing the PVC. Good, so we're gonna do 10 of them. I think you might be ready for the other one. It's actually—
on the wall? Should
yeah,
I try it?
Yeah. So on the wall, it's
percussion.
Yeah, on the wall it's actually the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I think you should just do that one now. We're gonna do a couple upper body. So she's gonna do rows on a bench, engaging her lats, which are super important for climbing. You also have a little bit of a shoulder injury, so we're trying to strengthen all the muscles around your shoulders. And always shoulders back and down, core a little engaged. You're going to use kettlebells, and the reason is because I actually want you to grip them and flip them, and that helps with wrist stability, which all climbers, not all climbers, but most climbers have issues with.
Yeah.
So you can use a little momentum to flip them, and then you're going to go 90 degrees, just like the mobility exercise. Tight core, and we're going to press up to straight arms, nice and controlled. Back to goalpost arms. We're gonna be working on anterior strength. So you're gonna put the ball mid-back. We're gonna lower nice and controlled, and then press super hard on your way up, engaging your glutes and your quads. This is super effective because in climbing you are constantly stepping up with one foot, and this is a progression to pistol squats. All right, so the next exercise we're gonna do is single leg curls.
One leg hump.
So it's gonna activate hamstring, a little bit of calves, and lift one leg, and it's more like a negative. Yeah. So you're gonna help with both legs, bring the other leg up, nice and controlled down. Okay. Match, pull up, everything's engaged, all the way down. Foot's going in the resistance band. We're going to kick out, nice and controlled on your way back. Kick out, go ahead and point your toes so it doesn't come back and smack you in the face. Good, and you can do up to 15 on each side. When people say core, it's your entire trunk. So for this one, you're gonna lie on top of it. We're gonna grab the bench pretty lightly, and you're actually going to lift up, hold for a second, nice and controlled down, lift up, hold for a second, nice and controlled down.
When I got to Germany after Greece, I went and got an MRI, and Dr. Volker showed me the fracture in the MRI screen. It was a pretty clean fracture, and he told me that I had 6 weeks in an air boot. Finding out that my leg was fractured obviously changed the course of what my November looked like. I had planned to go to Yosemite after getting back from my series of trips in Europe and the Middle East, but I'm obviously not really able to climb there right now. And so instead I'm taking the time to focus on training. And when I'm climbing with one foot, and if I'm lead climbing, I'll only do that on the steep section of the wall. And that's so that if I fall, then it's into the air. But climbing with one foot isn't about pushing my grades in the indoor climbing gym. It's more about keeping my muscles and ligaments firing so that when I do come back with 2 feet, I haven't forgotten really like how to climb. One easy thing for me to do while I'm one-footed is to really maximize this time to increase my finger strength, and that involves every climber's go-to tool, the hangboard. I use both the tension board and the beast maker, and essentially I do repeaters normally to warm up, which are 10 seconds on, 20 seconds rest, 10 seconds on, repeat that. And then since I'm trying to increase strength, I add maximum weight for 10 seconds. So right now I'm adding between 25 to 30 pounds. What can be cool about injuries is that you learn new forms of adaptive training. And one thing that I've incorporated into my regimen is going to the pool and swimming with a pull buoy between my legs. Finnis makes a great one, and I just pull with my arms so that I'm not kicking with my injured leg. And that's one form of cardio that I've incorporated into my training regimen. Just finished my day of training, and now I'm here with my physical therapist, Laura, who's gonna make sure that my body stays not injured beyond the boot.
My name is Laura Schmontzes, and I'm a doctor of physical therapy. I was a mountain guide before becoming a physical therapist, and I've been climbing for 27 years. If you develop adhesions or scar tissue where the collagen fibers aren't laid down properly, then an edge tool is really imperative to help get in there and break up that tissue. Basically, I'm using that edge to kind of come across her infraspinatus here. This is one of the most important rotator cuff muscles. It's an external rotator. This infraspinatus is super important. It gets overworked, gets trigger points. This is feeling better than even last week, but
good.
She had some good trigger points in here. Dry needling is a super effective way to release muscle tension. It basically is like a way of hitting reset to your muscles. So she's getting some big jumps. So the goal of the dry needling is to basically get it back to a resting state. There was a big one, which then allows the muscle to function properly again.
You know, being in an air boot, like, it's obviously not the ideal circumstance, but I also believe that you can come back stronger after an injury than before. I find that motivation has to be fueled by goals. So during this time that I'm at home actually in Boulder, which is kind of like the first time in the last 4 months I've been just on the road on climbing trips, it is nice to ground myself at home and be back with friends, be training, have a sort of steady routine in my life again. But I've also taken some time to start panning out what my 2019 looks like. And that's really fueling my desire to train and be the best athlete I can be when I get out of this injury phase.